The subtle, momentary blankness in the loom of the present moment remains largely unacknowledged. Welcome to the Charon Files. The stories you are about to hear are testimonies from living witnesses of what moves beyond understanding, of what refuses to be explained. Each of them stood at the edge of what is known and looked into what lies beyond it. My name is Charon, Ferryman of the Dead, the one who waits at that edge. What follows is what they brought back. May they prepare you for your own future encounters. There are moments when the fabric of this existence seems to fray, a subtle unraveling at the edges of what is known. We cling to the steady rhythm of our days, to the predictable flow of cause and effect, yet some experiences defy this ordered procession. They are brief, uncanny shifts, blips in the continuity of the present moment, leaving those who encounter them with a lingering uncertainty. It is as if reality itself stutters, a momentary blankness where perception falters, and the world around us subtly reconfigures. These are not merely lapses in memory, nor simple misinterpretations of the mundane. They are glimpses into a deeper, more fluid truth, a testament to a reality far less solid than it appears, where the familiar can become profoundly alien in an instant. Julian, from Bachelor's Grove, Illinois, recounts two distinct instances of unsettling, high-pitched vocal mimicry that seem to respond to his presence, years apart.
The first story took place when I was in my early 20s. I was camping in my backyard with my two brothers, 9 and 12, and we were playing on our either DSi or 3DSs, but I'm not sure. We were playing that audio recording game with the little parrot who would prompt you to say certain things. The one that's important is the parrot said, "Human want a cracker." We played with that for a good minute, and then shut him off and tried to go to bed. After about 5 minutes of silence, we heard from outside the tent, "Human want a cracker," in a really high-pitched voice, and all of us screamed until my mom came out. Second story took place only a few months ago and is surprisingly similar. I'm in my early 20s now. I was in my college apartment, 2 hours from the location of the previous event, and I woke up at about 4 a.m. to birds calling each other. But it sounded super weird. One bird would call and the other would reply, heating and cooling, really high-pitched. I was weirdly uncomfortable, so I looked out the window and all the birds stopped. I assumed I was like dreaming or something, but when I laid back down, it started again. The same bird and the same voice. Every time I stopped looking, it would start again. And each time I looked, all the birds would stop. For some context, the night before, me and my girlfriend were talking about the heat in the house being way too high. But that's the only correlation. I've been thinking about this a lot, like it's not a bad experience, but I was definitely unsettled.
In Devil's Tower, Wyoming, Paul describes a moment of intense focus while navigating a complex highway merge that felt inexplicably disrupted.
I was very focused on where I was and what was going on around me. I've lived up here for almost 11 years. I've traveled this same highway, gone this same exit route more times than I can count. So it wasn't a GPS glitch or me being somewhere where I don't know the roadways or accidentally getting lost. Bright blue skies too, so no bad weather obscuring signs. It was still daylight and I was driving to my friend's house. From where I was to where my friend lives, the exit numbers go down. I had to get off at exit 5, which is on the right side. Exit 5 then separates into 5A and 5B. I had to get off on 5A. Now, when you have to get off onto exit 5, there are 2 lanes of traffic that merge onto the highway from the right. These 2 lanes of merging traffic are what you have to cross over to get to exit 5A. You have to get all the way to the right-hand side. There is a lot going on in this area. There are a lot of vehicles. You really have to pay attention to what is going on around you when you need to get off onto this exit. What was a 3-lane highway turns into a 5-lane highway at the merging area that turns into exit 5. You have to cross over 2 lanes to the right while those same 2 lanes are trying to merge left onto the highway that you were just on. You absolutely have to be mindful of everything going on around you, especially in this area. So I just passed exit 6. I'm in the right side lane, waiting to see the 2 lanes of traffic appear on my right so that I could get over. I'm driving. And I'm driving. And I'm waiting. It's still bright daylight outside. there's a decent amount of traffic. But absolutely none of it is any kind of road construction or maintenance or utility work or police vehicle in sight. Here, the law is that if there's any kind of utility or construction work done on any road, there's at least one cop on site with their lights on the whole time. There was nothing to indicate that there was anything going on with Exit 5 that was out of the norm. All of a sudden, I see the sign for Exit 4. Where the fuck did Exit 5 go? It was like the stretch of traffic from Exit 6 to Exit 4 suddenly became much longer than it usually is, like Exit 5 just didn't exist while I was driving at that time. Exit 5 comes up very quickly after Exit 6. I was so confused while driving through this stretch because it seemed like it was taking so much longer to see the merging 2 lanes of traffic and the sign for Exit 5. Neither of them appeared, and then all of a sudden, I see the sign for Exit 4. I ended up having to get off on Exit 4, turning around and going back the other way. Exit 5 came up. It wasn't just obliterated off the face of the earth. This all happened 2 days ago, and I can't stop thinking about it. There's absolutely no reason for Exit 5 and its 2 lanes of merging traffic on a major highway to just disappear in broad daylight like it never even existed.
A profound near-death experience altered Arthur's perception of humanity and fundamental emotions in Skidmore, Missouri.
I died in 2015. The place I went to, it felt like hate was literally against the laws of physics. It was a place where I saw people I loved and people I hated, but all I could see in them was the most pure, rawest humanity. It was impossible to see anything but their purest, truest humanity, their soul, and it felt oddly constricted. I had the sense that something I had felt before had been removed from me, the ability to ever hate. It was as if hate was literally against the laws of physics, an abstract concept that could not be conceptualized by me in this world, wherever I was. But at the same time, my eyes were also opened to the people I thought of's pain. I saw their suffering. It was like all of their souls had opened up wide in front of me. I saw nothing but their suffering and humanity, but I didn't feel sad. Sad felt against the laws of this place too. Just unconditional acceptance. My heart was overflowing with love and understanding. Understanding of their suffering and their truth. My NDE radically changed me. It changed my whole personality. There is not a trace of who I was left. I feel pain and hate because I live in this world where it's a part of it. But I feel so free and content knowing that a place like that exists. Every day I am so happy and joyous. I know that one day it will end and I will be in this new realm. And whatever has hurt me in this world will be impossible to conceptualize. I changed my career from aerospace engineering to be a hospice caregiver. I don't make much money, but money has no value to me anymore. I tolerate the financial system as much as I have to just to be able to live my simple little life. From a capitalist perspective, I'm worthless. From a spiritual perspective, I am doing the highest level work imaginable. I comfort people and make them happy. I could never do anything else. After this happened, I can't believe there was a day in my life where I wanted to engineer fighter jets. It all seems so foreign and honestly ridiculous to me now. I just feel so free. I don't care a bit what anyone thinks of me anymore, because I know it does not matter. I will not feel these feelings one day. I no longer feel embarrassment. I feel like my time here on Earth is like encountering an interesting little coffee shop while traveling and going in to have some coffee, marveling at the decorations, chatting with the people, and then moving on to where you were supposed to be going. That's what I feel like this Earth is, that little coffee shop. My boyfriend sometimes gets embarrassed by my free-spirited behavior, but I just think he's too attached to this world, like I used to be. I moderate my behavior for his sake, as he still lives in this world. But in the end, I just want to live and feel free for the rest of my days here. No, everyone on this Earth isn't happy and free. I just want to spend my time here making other people's experience better. To love and care for the ones who don't have the same gift of freedom and happiness as me. This world isn't as important as people think it is.
These accounts speak to a shared texture of experience, where the present moment can briefly stutter, leaving a lingering sense that reality itself is not as fixed as it appears. The names of the witnesses have been changed to maintain anonymity. If what you have heard tonight mirrors something you have experienced, Leave your story in a comment below, and we will include it in a future episode. Don't forget to subscribe. You wouldn't want to miss